In the heart of Westeros lie creatures with descent that are unknown, many of which are lost in today's world of men. Their tales are the only things that remain of them, but these are not your typical bedtime stories. From 12-foot-tall giants to dwarves, I've picked out 10 non-human races in the world of Westeros. Let's dive in. Number 10. The Hairy Men. Kicking off our list, we have the Hairy Men, referring to the ancient ancestors of the First Men. The Hairy Men populated the region of Andalos thousands of years before the Andals crossed the sea into Westeros. They were savage and shaggy warriors, probably offspring of the Ibbenese, who migrated from Essos to Westeros. It's still in theory whether the Ibbenese actually originated from the Hairy Men or the Hairy Men from the Ibbenese. These were often ruled by monarchs and fought many battles to settle in and claim territories, as they defeated the people of a place which became Norvos, and continued their voyage west, and soon lost these lands to Prince Garrus of Rhoynar. The Hairy Men faced defeat after defeat, later leading to their extinction and disappearance. The Hairy Men possess immense power, and they're described as shaggy, harsh, and insanely muscular men, which makes them our 10th pick on this list. Number 9. Grumkins and Snarks. Grumkins and Snarks, two gripping races in the hearts of children, are similar to the Boogeyman. They represent a fear that may be doubted by adults, but not by the children of Westeros. Their tales define them as dangerous and savage creatures living in the haunted forest beyond the Wall. Grumkins are short creatures rumored to have magic powers that grant them the ability to steal children or grant wishes. They're kind of similar to leprechauns, except they steal children instead of gold. Snarks, on the other hand, are weird bearded creatures similar to ghouls or phantoms. This race duo claims the 9th spot on the list. Number 8. The Ephevron. Now, the Ephevron weren't necessarily a race, but a small group of shy forest dwellers who reside in the region of dense wood south of the island of Ib in Essos. But then they were given the name by the people to inherit the land later on, the Dothraki, who named the land of the Ephevron, after they had vanished, as Ephevron in the Dothraki tongue translates directly to woodwalkers. Though the fate of the Ephevron is still shrouded in mystery, many theories have been made on what could have possibly happened to them. Some beliefs lead to them being wiped out by the Ibbenese, and then others lead to the belief that they secretly went into hiding into deeper parts of the forest, or in new lands. Though there isn't much known of their fate, the Ephevron were still a strong set of creatures, possessing similarities to the Children of the Forest, which makes them the pick as our number 8 on this list. Number 7. The Giants. Giants are some of the most common non-human races in all of Westeros. They're known to still exist and often are encountered by humans who get lost on their way. They're primitive but intelligent, standing between 10 to 14 feet tall. Their bodies are covered in thick, coarse hair, and they have ape-like features such as long arms and flattened faces. They communicate in a rather odd tongue or language, mostly consisting of grunts and roars, which is almost impossible for humans to understand. They also possess an incredible amount of strength, but greatly lack in speed and agility. Some believe that giants roam freely in Westeros, to the vast north of the Land of Dawn. They battled brutally against the First Men, and that resulted in them getting pushed further and further north by the First Men, who dominated in numbers and weaponry. Over thousands of years, the giants were pushed entirely off the land, as in the timeline of the story, they were said to live in the cold wilderness outside the Wall. Their numbers have dwindled, and they're considered to be on the verge of extinction. Number 6. The Children of the Forest. Sounding like something straight out of a horror movie, the Children of the Forest are a non-human race often referred to as those who sing the song of the earth in their true tongue. Giants often refer to them as tiny squirrel people, due to their small stature. They have physical stature not larger than small children, but aren't to be taken that way, as some of them called green seers possess several magical abilities like seeing through the eyes of animals, seeing through timelines, and much more. They possess pale grayish-green skin that has an appearance like bark, and have large eyes like those of cats, having 4 fingers with a thumb, and black claws or nails on each hand. The Children of the Forest are the creators of the weirwood trees with carved faces, which they use to watch over the land. Legend has it they used obsidian or dragon glass to create the others as a weapon against the invading First Men, a choice that would have catastrophic consequences for the world. But we'll see more about that soon. Number 5. The Brindled Men. Now, the Brindled Men are a race of the early creatures from the continent of Sothorios, from south of Essos. They're a reserved and mysterious race known for their fearful and intimidating appearance. The Brindled Men attain their names due to their unusual skin appearance. Their skin consists of sections of light and dark skin similar to the color of dogs or hamsters. As they're stubby with flat, broad noses and beady eyes, they often wear primitive clothing, complementing their violent and aggressive nature. They live in the forest areas in the northern coast of Sothorios, and in the valleys of the Basilisk Point. The Brindled Men possess immense physical prowess and an innate and muscular build, an intimidating appearance, and are viciously aggressive in combat. This places the Brindled Men at number 5 on our list. Number 4. The Deep Ones. This race has a lot of lore to it, and they're rather mysterious. They're a race that hasn't really been encountered by one of our main characters, so their story can be found in the history of the Ironborn. The Deep Ones are fish-like semi-humanoid creatures, with webbed hands and feet, gills and large eyes, living in the depths of the sea. Now the lore of the Deep Ones goes even deeper in the Ironborn Islands, where the drowned god is worshipped. His legend speaks of a connection or pact with those of the depths. They believe his servants are drowned and brought back, and have a connection with the sea. The Deep Ones have astounding abilities and feats. They possess unnatural longevity and resilience to the pressures of the deep, strong hypnosis, and control over sea creatures. Now for the big three. Breaking in at number 3, we have number 3, the Shadowlands inhabitants. The Shadowlands are a mysterious and little-known region located in the east of Westeros. This area is a dangerous and desolate place, where its inhabitants are shrouded in fear. The city of Ashai is usually regarded as the gateway to the Shadowland, and even the inhabitants of Ashai are strange and mysterious, as they're always reserved and veiled. It is said that no children are born there. But the Shadowland inhabitants, on the other hand, are supernatural beings that inhabit the Shadowlands over the Northern Sea. One of the more popular inhabitants being the Shadowbinders, who draw upon the evil of the land to carry out dark spells. The Shadowland is believed to harbor some of the most deadly creatures, from dark witches to things more ancient. And there's even the belief that dragons inhabited the Shadowland. The Shadowland inhabitants possess insane dark magic, allowing them to cast dark spells and enchantments, making the Shadowland a no-go area for most races, and this places them at number 3 on our list. Number 2, dragons. An old fantasy classic, but these aren't your ordinary winged fire-breathing lizards. They are organic weapons of mass destruction, a game-changer in wars, and creatures of unimaginable power that built the world of Westeros and Essos. Giant creatures possessing 4 legs, 2 immense wings, and a serpent-like body with scales all around. The exact origins of the dragons are unknown, though the Valyrians claim that the dragons were born from the 14 Flames, and some others claim that millions spewed out from the cracking on the moon. Though the people known as the Valyrians used the dragons in forming a great empire. After the fall of Valyria, the Targaryen survivors brought the dragons to Westeros. Dragons possess incredible abilities like flame breathing, flight, strength, and they're beasts, so they have large and sharp teeth, massive claws, and an intimidating appearance. Number 1, the Others, White Walkers. Picking up the top spot on our list, we have the White Walkers, or sometimes referred to as the Others, being the major threat to mankind. They're soulless creatures that dwell beyond the wall in the far north of Westeros. The White Walkers are beings created thousands of years ago by the Children of the Forest. The first White Walkers were created when a man was stabbed by dragonglass in the heart, during the war between man and the Children of the Forest. What seemed like one simple move escalated to a bigger problem. White Walkers are tall. They possess milky white skin with deep eyes, burning blue like ice. They can only be defeated with the use of dragonglass, or you can call it obsidian. White Walkers possess superhuman strength with immense cold. They also have the ability to raise the dead as their own army, called Whites, and wield weapons of ice. The White Walkers are truly a force to be reckoned with. That's why they're the top pick for our list of non-human races in Westeros. And that concludes our list. Did I miss anything? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. If you enjoyed this video, you'll love the super cool video that's coming next. Go ahead and click on it to see.